Welcome to this explainer. Let's jump right in, because today I'm going to show you how a tool you might have brushed off as just a technical integration for developers is actually a completely ready-made business system just waiting for you to launch. If you've ever looked at the fintech space and thought it was way too complex, too expensive, or just too heavily regulated to break into, you'll want to pay close attention. We're looking at CardUpNow, and we're going to completely reframe what it means to start a virtual card business in 2026.
Here is our agenda for today. 1. The virtual card opportunity. 2. A ready-made business system. 3. The reseller business model. 4. 4 steps to launch. 5. Complete automation and control. And 6. Scale your new empire. Let's unpack exactly how you can bypass millions in dev costs and start scaling instantly.
Part 1. The virtual card opportunity. We're kicking things off by completely shifting how you view entering this space.
I really want you to ask yourself this. What if you could launch a high-margin fintech business today without writing a single line of code? No, seriously, the traditional, massive barriers to entry in finance are officially a thing of the past. Building a card-issuing infrastructure from scratch is astronomically expensive. But what if you just didn't have to build it at all?
This right here is the true paradigm shift. The old way? It meant millions in development costs, endless bank KYC delays, and incredibly complex back-end servers. It was a nightmare. But the CardUpNow way gives you instant activation, completely pre-built panels, and literally zero coding required. We're ditching the slow, expensive old way and fully embracing a frictionless plug-and-play solution.
Moving to Section 2, a ready-made business system. Let's demystify what you're actually getting here.
Because calling this just an API really doesn't do it justice. CardUpNow is a turnkey business in a box. It is a complete white-label virtual card system. What does that mean for you? It means it's a pre-built business infrastructure, complete with fully functional user and admin panels, cleverly disguised as an API. The front end your customers use and the back end you manage are already built. It's essentially a SaaS platform waiting for your brand.
And you don't need a computer science degree to run this. The system is heavily targeted at digital marketers, affiliate marketers, agency owners, and SaaS platform founders. If you fall into any of these buckets, this platform was built specifically to help you create recurring revenue instantly without the technical headaches.
Section 3. The reseller business model. Let's talk about how you actually make money with this.
This analogy hits the nail on the head. Think of it like being a digital landlord. You provide the space and the tools, and your customers pay you for the convenience. You buy access to the system, you sell the virtual cards to your customers, and you keep the profit. You set the fees. You decide the limits. You're in complete control, while the platform handles all the heavy lifting of issuing cards and tracking transactions in the background.
And the barrier to entry? It's practically non-existent. For starting at around $1,000 paid easily via crypto, you instantly secure API access and unlock this entire platform. For roughly the cost of a laptop, you bypass millions in banking costs and instantly start acting as a digital landlord for your own clients.
Which brings us to Section 4, 4 steps to launch. You're probably wondering how fast you can actually get this running.
Just look at how beautifully simple this flow is. Step 1, you subscribe and get your API access. Step 2, you receive your pre-built panels. Step 3, you connect it right to your website. And Step 4, you start issuing and selling cards instantly. That's it. Zero setup friction, no waiting for bank approvals. You can literally go from zero to issuing cards in a single afternoon. And once you're live, you get immediate access to top-tier inventory. We're talking Visa, MasterCard, and CardUp Elite. These aren't cheap, low-quality cards that get blocked online. These have global capabilities and work flawlessly for online payments and major ad platforms. Because the cards actually work, your customers stay loyal, and that drives your recurring revenue.
Section 5, complete automation and control. Let's see how you manage this empire without needing a massive support team.
Because it's fully automated, you get programmatic control over everything. You get instant card issuance, real-time transaction tracking, sub-account management, merchant locks, and custom spending limits. If you run a marketing agency, being able to lock a batch of cards so they only work on specific ad platforms is a total game changer. It completely eliminates accidental spending.
Oh, and you can go ahead and skip the compliance headaches entirely. If you've ever looked into fintech, you know PCI compliance is usually a nightmare. But here, CardUpNow automatically handles PCI DSS, KYC, and AML integrations and backend security right out of the box.
They handle the complex, scary banking regulations behind the scenes so you don't have to. Finally, Section 6. Scale your new empire. Let's look at how this platform grows with you.
Because the goal isn't just to start a business, it's to scale a brand. Here is your growth timeline. Phase 1. You start in a sandbox testing environment to practice safely. Phase 2. Instant activation and your first real sale. Phase 3. Scaling to a high-volume global brand without ever changing your code. The exact same high-performance setup you use for your first test card will flawlessly handle millions in volume later on.
So if you're an entrepreneur looking for a fast, incredibly scalable way to enter the virtual card market, you need to visit CardUpNow.com to start your virtual card SaaS in 2026. The infrastructure is there and the business model is proven.
I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to become a digital landlord and launch your own frictionless fintech business today? The entire infrastructure is completely built and waiting. You bypass the coding, you bypass the compliance, and you bypass the massive startup costs. So what is stopping you from claiming your piece of the digital payment pie right now? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll see you next time.